Okay, so you remember that caller that we had, and he was talking about how he had taken me home. He was my Uber driver from the night before.
Yes.
So I got to thinking about my worst Uber story, man, and I hopped in an Uber one time.
Okay.
And granted, all these stories start out being intoxicated.
Typical. I'm not surprised.
So I'm intoxicated, and I'm hearing a noise that sounds like an animal, but it's like a squeak. So it's not like a roof roof. It's like a... And I'm like, dog, do you have an animal in your car? And he was like, you promise not to say anything to anybody? And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, yeah. So we're driving, and I kind of, he was just like, I'll show you in a little bit. And so I'm a little freaked out right now. I'm looking out the window. Like, I normally when I'm in an Uber, I'm talking. So, like, looking out the window, the next thing I know, I look over, and he's reaching under his seat.
That's when you get the
I couldn't. He was driving, and we were going like 45 miles an hour. He reaches under his seat and grabs a damn bunny, man.
A whole bunny?
Oh, he had 3 of them under there. He had 3 bunnies, and he named them all, and I was like, dude. And he just sets it in my lap, and I'm drunk, and now I got a bunny in my hand, and I'm like, I know why you do this. This is why you have 5 stars.
Gosh. He had 5-star rating with bunnies all up in his.
Get this, okay? He was like, and this is, I want you to think of yourself as an Uber driver, as a young woman.
Okay.
You hop in the car, he's a semi-good-looking man, and he hands you a damn bunny.
I'm thinking I need to call a friend, and I need to get out of this situation.
Okay.
Stat.
He was like, dude, girls eat this up. You think he's a cute bunny? Because I was petting it and stuff the whole rest of the ride.
You're drunk, like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I could really use some chicken nuggets, and this bunny feels so nice in my lap right now.
Exactly. That's it. So that was probably my worst best Uber drive, because he reached under the seat, and I'm like, this is it. And then he hands me a bunny, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, man. Like, not everybody rides around with bunnies in their car.
So my weirdest Uber experience happened, of course, when I'm by myself.
Of course.
Of course, I'm not with anyone to vouch for me and tell me that was kind of weird. And I'm real drunk, I'm cruising the city, and
drunk Uber man.
I was talking to this guy, and he was like, if you really want to, you could smoke cigarettes in here. It's no big deal. And I was like, all right, I'm drunk.
You're offering, huh?
I'm trying to smoke a cigarette, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's how it starts. And he's like, if you want, I'll run you through a drive-through. And now he's speaking my language.
He had you on the hook.
He had me on the hook. Okay, I was like, well, there is a McDonald's by my house I would love to roll through. Mm-hmm. So we go through to McDonald's, world's longest line. You know the McDonald's right off of 72nd and Blondo, I think? They moved it.
Oh, yeah, right
over
that corner. They still got 2 drive-thrus, but it takes a day and a half.
Oh, my gosh. But that is the one that I always notice, because it's got all the people coming in from Benson, coming in from downtown, stuff like that. The line is long. We are in this line, for an hour or more.
How many cigarettes did you smoke while you were in?
We smoked a lot of cigarettes together.
Kept the conversation
and I was
going.
like, man, I really wish I remembered his name, but man, if you want something, you want to order yourself a Big Mac, go ahead, bro.
I've definitely bought my Uber driver food.
I'm very gracious when I'm intoxicated, I guess.
Hey, man, you stay here, I'll get you a burrito. Just, don't leave me.
Exactly. And then we get over, to my house, and I was the whole time I was like, dude, I don't mean to be this girl, but I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to make it home. And he's like, well, because in right next to that McDonald's, there's a Buc-ee's. So we drive up into the Buc-ee's parking lot. And I don't know, we both went into Buc-ee's, and that's when things started fading out. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Am I on a date right now? Should I?
He's been chauffeuring you around.
Right. Should I act on this? Yeah, dinner. We chatted it up. He was like, wow, I wish I had some shooters on me. Stuff like that. I'm like, this is freaking wild, man. But all jokes aside, Ubers can be terrifying.
I paid for a $150 Uber once.
Yeah? Why is that?
I was drunk and lost in Texas.
Oh, no.
And, Omaha. Okay, so you think in Omaha, somebody says, yo, I'm downtown. Uber out to my house. You're like, all right, cool. So, I was in I don't know what part of Texas I was in, but I was in Dallas. I was in the outskirts of Dallas. So It would have been in Omaha, it would have been downtown to Papillion. So I'm thinking $20, Uber, whatever. No. It was 150, and I'm drunk, and I passed out in the Uber, and I wake up, and I'm like,
gosh.
we're still not there yet. And he was like, this is like an hour-long drive. And I was like, can we stop at Little Caesars, and I'm going to grab a pizza?
Seriously. Oh, my gosh. I've got a really embarrassing story about an Uber, too. Like, this is one of my least proud moments.
Uh-oh. Whose car did you throw up in?
Yeah. So it was after a party bus, because party buses, they always go wrong.
They're made to kill you.
It literally.
They don't have seat belts on it or anything.
Exactly.
Literally, it's a death trap.
So I'm not even going to go into that much detail. Party bus, early 2000s theme. I'm dressed as Lizzie McGuire. And I'm in the back of an Uber directly behind my driver. And I did not pay for this Uber. And I was like sitting there next to my best friend, and she's like, swallow it.
No.
Swallow it. Because she kept seeing me like trying not to puke.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is about to happen right now. Okay. And we got like a couple blocks away, and I couldn't swallow it. And I threw up on the back of my Uber driver. And I'm not even going to drop the name of the guy who paid for the Uber, because I know he got a fine. And he once said, he was like, Alyssa, you got to pay me back for this.
And you still ain't paying him back?
No. I feel like I shouldn't even put this out there, because now he's going to come for me like,
I know you know
I
that you
saw
still
you.
owe me money.
Mm-hmm.
Quit playing with me.